So the Cambodia Phnom Penh Mission is covers the countries of Cambodia and Vietnam. We do have missionaries that are serving in Vietnam, the Vietnamese-speaking missionaries. Currently, we're only sending missionaries with Vietnamese heritage, Vietnamese parentage, over to Vietnam, and they're not allowed to proselyte openly on the streets, but they are very key, and we're building up branches there. We currently have 3 branches in Vietnam, 2 in Ho Chi Minh and 1 in Hanoi. In Cambodia, we've got most of the branches are in the capital city of Phnom Penh, where we've got 18 branches, I think. Well, not all of them are branches anymore. I'm used to calling them branches, but right before I left, we actually created the first 2 stakes in Cambodia. That was the week before I finished my mission. Elder Gong from the 70 came. He's the Asia area president, and he came and we formed the first 2 stakes in Cambodia and Phnom Penh, in the Phnom Penh North Stake and the Phnom Penh South Stake. And that was really great to see that historical event. At the same time, just the weekend before, we celebrated the 20th anniversary of the church officially being recognized and officially being allowed to proselyte and be active in Cambodia. And so, you know, in 20 years we got 2 stakes, and that's a pretty major accomplishment, and there's more on the way. Outside of Phnom Penh, we've got, it used to be 4, we've now got 6 provinces open. We've got the province of Battambang, Siem Reap, Kampong Thom, and Kampong Cham. And now we've just opened up new groups in the provinces of Bo Sat and Prey Veng. Battambang is got 3 branches. I served in Battambang. I served in the first branch of Battambang when it was back before when it was just 2 branches, and then they split it while I was there into the Stung Sung Kai and Rotanak and Daplay Mekada branches. Battambang's been a wonderful place for the church to be, and it's seen a lot of growth. We've got a beautiful chapel building in Battambang that's right off the main highway, so everybody who comes into Battambang sees our church building, and it's wonderful place. My favorite place, probably my favorite place in the country, is in Battambang. It's just a beautiful area, wonderful people there that, you know, every Cambodian that I've ever met is big-hearted, but in Battambang they're just even more than that. So Battambang's great. Siem Reap, they recently split into 2 branches, so they've got 2 branches in Siem Reap now. And so hopefully soon, as the church continues to grow in Battambang and Siem Reap, they'll be able to make a stake with Battambang and Siem Reap, because it requires 5 units to be able to create a stake. And so Battambang and Siem Reap now have the right number of units. Hopefully they'll get the priesthood leadership that they need in order to be able to soon be able to create a stake there. Kampong Thom is before it was the smallest province we were in. We had just 2 companionships there, only just 1 branch. And just this past year, and you know, just a couple months ago, they dedicated the first actual church chapel, the church-owned building. Before we had a rental building that we were using, but now we've actually got a chapel dedicated in Kampong Thom. And over the last 8 months, we've had the first sisters that were able to serve in Kampong Thom. Before we only had elders, and so we're seeing some growth in Kampong Thom as well. And it's exciting to see that. Kampong Cham, we've got 3 branches and then a group. So in the province of Kampong Cham, there's the city of Kampong Cham, and we have 3 branches based in the city and the outskirts of the city. And then a little bit away from the main city, there's a place called Prey Cho, which is kind of another little district inside of the province. And we've had members that have been coming in all the way from Precho to come into Kabung Jam every week to be able to come to church. They've got a big long trailer that they bring in every single week to get able to get to church. And luckily we've now been able to create a group out there so that they're having their own worship services out in Precho and only having to come in once a month to hopefully strengthen that area of the church in Precho, and hopefully we'll be able to get a branch there and help that to grow. And with that and the 3 branches in Kabung Jam, we'd then be able to create a stake there with Kabung Jam and Kabung Thom. I served in Kabung Jam as well. I served in the 2nd branch of Kabung Jam, and another wonderful place. It's right along the Mekong River, and yeah, beautiful place, lots of farmers. One of the places that I was able to go to in Kabung Jam is there's an island, and it's kind of a touristy island because to get out to the island, you ride across a bamboo bridge that they rebuild every year because the floods of the Mekong come and just wash the bridge away, and so every year they rebuild this bamboo bridge so you can cross to get to the island. And then, like I said, we just opened up 2 new districts in Brewang and in Bosat. So we've got 2 new provinces there that we're starting the missionary work getting going, and that's really exciting. A lot of members in Phnom Penh have family that live in Brewang province, and so now they have the opportunity here. And a lot of members from Battambang have family in Bosat because Bosat is right next to Battambang, and so being able to get those touch with those family members there has been a really great thing. We also have a Vietnamese district in Phnom Penh. There's 3 Vietnamese branches there in the central district, and then the east district of Phnom Penh, where we've got the city of Dak Mau, and then kind of the suburb of Phnom Penh that's called Gien Phai are in the east district, and they're growing pretty well too. So we're excited for all the growth that's happening.